Hello dear students, my name is Vikram Nalvade. I am an assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. I am working at SITCOE Yadra, Ichalkaranji. In today's lecture of steering system, we will cover power assisted steering system. So let's start today's session. In the contents, we will discuss the objectives and the power steering system. So today's objective is to study and understand the power steering system. So let's start. What is power steering system? In the power steering, larger amount of torque is required to be applied by the driver for steering of medium and heavy vehicles. The power steering system provides automatic hydraulic assistance to the turning effort applied to the manual steering system. The power system is designed to become operative when the effort at wheel exceeds a predetermined value. If you say 10 newtons. The system is always so designed that in the event of failure of the power system, the driver is able to steer the vehicle manually, although with increased effort. As it is mentioned that it refers to the steering system which uses hydraulic pressure. So this is very important in if we compare it with the manual type of steering system. So hydraulic pressure from the pump or an electric motor to the augment the driver's steering force. Generally, the power steering systems are operated by fluid pressure, and their working principle is based on the following actions. So the actions are as steering wheel is slightly turned, and that actuates a valve. Means very little bit turn is required. Following principle, actuation of the valve allows the hydraulic fluid under pressure from the reservoir to enter on the appropriate side of the piston. So in this case, one reservoir is kept for the fluid, and that is used to supply the fluid through the channels. The next principle, the operation of the steering linkage due to the fluid pressure applied on one side of the piston. So from one side the pressure is applied. Next principle, steering of the wheel towards the desired direction. So it is very helpful. In very less amount of time we get desired direction. Then there are some of the types of power steering system. One is the integral type, and second is the linkage type. Integral type, where the power steering is located in the steering gear and it constitutes its integral part. But in case of linkage type, the power steering assembly is connected in an exterior power cylinder connected between steering linkage and vehicle frame. Generally, both arrangements imply hydraulic pressure that is produced by engine driven pump to assist in the turning of the steering mechanism. So both type of steering mechanisms and the types we will discuss in this lecture. So there are some of the advantages of power steering system. So here the first advantage is the steering effort is considerably reduced. What does it mean? If you take one example, 16-ton truck can be steered as easily as a modern small car. Due to this, the driver remains alert even at the end of the day. Then the vehicle can be steered lock to lock with the approximately 1.5 steering wheel turns on either side compared to more than 3 turns on either side in case of manual gears. So this is the advantage, that it requires almost half of the turn as compared to the manual gearing system. With this high degree of steering response, the driver gets excellent maneuverability even in highly congested traffic. Then the hydraulics of the power steering system absorb the road shocks, whereas in case of manual steering, the shocks due to potholes and humps are transmitted to the steering wheel. Thus, in a power steered vehicle, there is less driver fatigue. So this is also very important point as advantage of power steering. Then fourth advantage, generally in manual steered vehicle, tire failures and maladjusted brakes often cause violent vehicle pull to either side. Since the effort required and the response is poor, the driver is often unable to avert accident. However, uh, however, in case of power steering hydraulics, the deviation from the course of the vehicle, the whatever minor course corrections are required can be made quickly and effortlessly. Thus, power steering leads to greater safety. Most power steering systems are operated by fluid under pressure. The fluids usually used are oils of viscosity of different ratings, higher depending upon the atmospheric conditions. So let's discuss about the types of power steering system. First is the integral power steering. So as shown in the diagram, it is showing the integral power steering system. So this is the steering wheel, and here it is the integral steering gears that is connected with the oil pump, that is also uh, is acting as a reservoir. Two hoses are there, means here is pressure hose and this is the return hose, so through which fluid pressure is supplied. And this is the these are the wheels. So wheels directions can be adjusted by using the high pressure flowing through the hoses to the integral steering gear. So integral in the case of integral power steering, as it is shown in the diagram, the schematic diagram is represented. The different components are engine driven oil pump, so as this is shown here, which is usually belt driven and is located on the front of the engine or at the front of crankshaft. However, in electro hydraulic power steering systems, the fluid pump is driven electrically by a motor. So first component is electrical driven oil pump. Second component is control valves. So here control valves, which may be of the sliding spool or rotary spool type. Their actuation is carried out by the endwise movement of the worm shaft or steering linkage. Then third type of component is suitable pressure surface located in the steering gear. When the engine is running, the fluid is power steering keeps flowing from the pump to the control valves and then back to the reservoir. So in the next slide, it shows the rotary valve type power steering gear arrangement. So I will tell the names of various parts of this arrangement. This is the cover, this is the steering gear body, this is the worm, and here this is the rotary valve. In this is the steering wheel. So steering wheel which is connected with the that is connected with the steering wheel, which is controlled by the driver itself, and this is the torsion bar. So here is the entrance for the fluid inside, and fluid is returned from this valve. Valve bodies are shown. This is the valve spool. A rotary valve is here, and here the main factor, this is the wheel sector and this is the cross shaft. Generally the rotary valve type power steering gear arrangement as shown in this diagram uses a recirculating ball type worm and wheel steering gear as it is shown here. The steering wheel connects with the right end of torsion bar through a steering shaft. The connection of the other end of the torsion bar is with the worm and also with the spool. The rotary valve too is centered about this point. In the straight ahead neutral position, both sides of the nut which form the piston are shut off to the pressure line, and as such both the surfaces are at the same pressure. However, the fluid goes on circulating in the circuit, but no steering effect in cost. Now, when the steering wheel is moved from this side, this is connected with the steering wheel. When the steering wheel is moved for taking a turn, and steering force at the wheel becomes more than the present preset value, the spool undergoes small angular rotation. Consequently, the return line is closed and the fluid under pressure goes to one side of the piston. The pressure differential occurring on the two sides of the piston assists the input to steering wheel against the steering linkage resistance. The steering is affected in the desired direction when the steering wheel is rotated in the opposite direction. The other side of the steering gear is connected to the pressure link. So this is all about the rotary valve type power steering gear arrangement. Next we'll discuss about linkage power steering. So how it is different as compared to the previous one. And this is the steering wheel with the help of steering shaft and steering column. It is connected with the manual steering gear. These are the wheels to which the motion is transmitted from this. Here it is the oil pump or reservoir, and that is connected with the control valve with the help of the hoses. This is the pressure hose and this is the return hose, and this control valve is connected with the manual steering gear, and along with that it is connected with the frame in this manner, and here the frame is also connected with the front axle. So in case of a linkage power system steering, for the assembly of components comprising linkage power steering and its action when the vehicle is taking a turn to the left. So the essential parts of these systems are the hydraulic circuit. First one is hydraulic circuit comprising the oil reservoir, oil pump, then a spool valve and the check valve. Second essential parts, that is the power cylinder, that is relay rod and spring. In the straight ahead, that is normal neutral position, the centering spring holds the spool valve in the control valve assembly in the center position. The flow of oil is to both sides of the pistons in the power cylinder and around the valve, and finally the oil returned to the oil reservoir. When the steering wheel is moved for taking a turn to the left and the steering forces at the wheel becomes greater than the preset value, pitman arm exerts a force on the spool control valve which is sufficient to overcome the pressure of the centering spring. So as in previous types we discussed that pitman or drop arm, pitman arm or drop arm is connected with the gearbox. Consequently, the valve slides towards the right side of the valve body. A connection is then made between the left side of power cylinder and a return line leading to the oil pump. The oil under pressure is directed to the right side of the power cylinder. This makes the cylinder housing and the relay rod to move to the right and the wheels turn to the left. These conditions get reversed when the vehicle takes a right turn. If we compare such type of steering system with the manual steering, there are some of the advantages of power assisted steering. The advantages are as like first one, we will consider considerable reduction in the steering effort applied by the driver. Then second advantage, we will consider excellent maneuverability to the driver even in high congested traffic. Then less driver fatigue. So these are some of the important points we will consider. So hope you understood the concept of power steering. There are two types. One is the integral power steering, and second is the linkage power steering. So in next lecture we will cover the electron power steering and the wheel balancing and wheel alignment system. So thank you so much.